Light on. American Muscle stands in well with Federal Court. Gates open, they're off and racing. Gracious Prospect wide out was ridden for speed. Getting away well, Rocheville and Captain Apollo's improving through the centre. American Muscle's not going to be too far away either, settling down, and they've opened up a little break over Federal Court. More Alpha getting back Zap. It's outside Hammered Art cashing up, and back at the tail was Wicked Promise. So they settle into stride now, working towards the 900. Pressure here, American Muscle on the inside of Captain Apollo, and Rocheville's right in that firing line as they settle. Gracious Prospect eased out of the speed battle in the green colours, and Federal Court gets a nice run just off the speed. About 3 lengths back to Zap, starting to work through the gears. 2 lengths more Alpha. A gap cashing up from Hammered Art, and Wicked Promise tacking on. So inside the 5 it's been keen, but American Muscle shows out 3/4 Rocheville. Captain Apollo being niggled at, and Federal Court the inside still with a bet to say. Getting into the race now was Gracious Prospect. Zap deeper out, being tracked up by more Alpha. Cashing up saves ground from Wicked Promise and Hammered Art. They balance up. American Muscle goes for home down inside the 250. Federal Court gets off his back, puts in, and then Gracious Prospect. Zap's coming on late on the scene, and a gap then cashing up. American Muscle, Federal Court deep out on the track. Zap's coming with cashing up, but American Muscle gets in. American Muscle wins at 3/4 to Federal Court. Zap will hold the third just in front of cashing up, who closed off late, and back in behind him more Alpha. Gracious Prospect not too far away. A gap in the field then to Wicked Promise. Well back Rocheville, Hammered Art, and Captain Apollo the favourite. He was one of the first beaten the last one home. Dick Leach, American Muscle. Vanessa Arnott, who's been in pretty good form of late, has really lifted that galloper off the canvas here, or not so much off the canvas, but just kept getting plenty out of it. Federal Court was there to really come late. Looked like for a stride or two at the 200 it was going to really get the momentum and drive home hard, but it's just run out of time. And anything, American Muscle was really holding it to the line, and Zap has finished off well. Should get that third in front of Cashing Up, who's run a nice race. Was expecting a bit of odds today, Cashing Up. Earlier on in betting, did open up around $71 on tab fix, got into 26 and then got a little bit easier as betting continued, but certainly a bit of specking there that was going to run well, and did do that, coming from well back. Captain Apollo really not getting much pace up on the speed, and it was one of the first ones to wilter out of the battle in what was a pretty competitive race. 3/4 again by a length of margin there. 3, 8, 6 and 7 gets the fourth. That's Cashing Up. So number 3, American Muscle, a 4-year-old brown gelding, All-American Comanche. For Dick Leach, O.F. Kelly, Miss S. Armstrong, R.M. Gates, T.A.G. Gargan, R.T. Steen, P.J. Gallivan, Mrs. J.M. Webster, Fast Waltz Racing Syndicate managed by D. Farron, and the EDI Beer Syndicate managed by J.H. Staley. The BBH Racing Syndicate managed by L.W. Banks, and Hardway Equine managed by P.W. Hexter. Britain Racing managed by P.L. Britain. So 1,000 owners in American Muscle, and they get the result this afternoon. Second goes to 8, Federal Court, a 6-year-old chestnut gelding. Star Witness, Wild Soree for Angela Forster, Ray Viger. So starting to just get it together there. Federal Court looks ready to win a race, and third going to 6, and that was Zap, a 4-year-old chestnut gelding. Star Witness, Silk Shatung for Dick Leach, who's had a good result there, and Sonia Wiseman in the saddle. Fourth has gone to 7, and that was Cashing Up, Eye Catcher. Fifth went to 1, Gracious Prospect, who ran pretty well, got out of the gates nicely, but just didn't get much luck early. Had to ease back out of it, but still stuck to the task pretty well. So winners returning, number 3, American Muscle, and that's start 18. Has the 5 wins and the 6 minor placings, so fair to say been a pretty good performer. Ran well in Adelaide River, ran well during the Alice Springs Carnival, so certainly was right in the mix this afternoon, the 3, and gets another win on the board this afternoon. That takes its prize money up towards the $80,000 mark. Well done to Dick Leach. Vanessa Arnott getting home here in race number 2. We stand by for correct weight.